Hello, welcome back to continue the mono green Stompy homebrew that I came up with here on the Twitch channel. I think this also gets pushed to our YouTube channel for Grenades and Horseshoes, as well as our Mixer channel for Grenades and Horseshoes. So thanks for coming by. I've been playing some Magic Arena and then some Hearthstone, as well as we are playing Destiny 2 again. This weekend will be Iron Banner and Brews, where we craft some interesting drinking games around Iron Banner. I'm going to double check that my stream is working okay. Some interesting drinking games. Yep. It is. I sound like a nerd, as usual. Alright. Oh man, I forget how to iPad every time. Alright, here we go. Alright, so let's see what we can get into. So far, to fill you guys in on what's going on, here's the deck. And once I join this constructed run, I cannot change the deck until I either lose 3. I could resign. I'm not going to do that. But I could either lose 3 or win 7, and then I could make changes to the deck. But it has 4 Adventurous Impulse, 4 Llanowar Elves, 4 Resilient Kenra, 4 Untamed Kavoo, 2 Cartouche of Strength, 2 Savage Stomp, and 2 Territorial Allosaurus for the removal. Those are basically all fight cards. Stillleaf Champion, because he's, 3 for 5 power. Ripjaw Raptor for card draw. Carnage Tyrant against control. Ghalta is, of course, one of the main reasons to have it. He costs X less, where X is total power of creatures you control, and all these big green creatures really help to get Ghalta into play, very early in the game. Turn 4 or 5, very common to be able to play Ghalta if I can get them drawn. If not, the fallback is to play Carnage Tyrants against control and anything else, and just keep them safe and attack safely to finish out the game. Alright, I will now resume this quick constructed that I'm in. I'm up to 2 wins, 0 losses so far, but variance is a thing in Magic. I find that when I play in real life, I'm probably not shuffling my cards well enough, and I don't get the lands that I need about 25 to 30% of the time, it seems like. And it seems like if it's not happening to me, it's happening to someone else. So that about half the time I play Paper Magic, someone is not getting what they need land-wise. Okay, so this is a very interesting hand. So I'm going to take a lot of damage early game playing what I want to play. I think the play still is to play this and then a Llanowar Elves, and then hope to draw a land, but then to play another Llanowar Elves and take more damage if I don't. I'm going to keep it. It's very interesting. I wonder what my opponent is playing. Oh, red. Oh, Fanatical Firebrand. Almost surely red aggro. Llanowar Elves is a fantastic target for that. Oh, I did draw green. I wonder if that means I should just... I'll make him sack it instead of hitting me with it every turn. I do have 2. But I could go ahead and Adventurous Impulse and see what other things I could get. But I'm just going to continue to try to curve out the way that I want to and make him respond to me. So, with red, the idea would be to run him out of resources. Yeah, he's got Magma Spray, so he's still going to be hitting with his Firebrand. Oh, 2 Firebrands? Easy, Tiger. Oh my goodness. Talk about a great draw for red. Although my draw is good too if I can get it going. Man, I don't know how many Adventurous Impulses I actually want. So if I play my Kenra, he's going to be a 2/2. He could get double Firebranded. He could get Magma Sprayed. The other option is to play a Llanowar Elves and an Adventurous Impulse. But he's probably just going to hit the... Would I rather him hit the Llanowar Elves than the Khenra? No, I'd rather him hit the Khenra because I could Eternalize him later. But also, I would really like to get this Impulse going to kind of see what my game plan's going to be. I think I'm going to do this. It's going to draw removal out of his hand. For sure. Okay, so I could get this. I could kick it up to a 5/5 with 5. That would help my curve out. This Steel Leaf Champion is like, for sure, I could play him. Vigilance and Trample on the other guy. I think I'm going to go this guy. I'm probably going to play this guy unkicked unless he... Yeah, he's going to ping my Llanowar Elves with that. That makes sense. It's one less steady damage I'll take every turn. But next turn, I can play a land. Okay, this guy, this is good. This is good for me. Oh man, I did forget that Steel Leaf Champion is going to require me to take a lot of damage to play. Another play I could make is Resilient Khenra and Adventurous Impulse. Let's look at our mana base here. So if I play the Steel Leaf, we're up to 3 mana and 5 power on the board, which makes Ghalta cost... he's going to cost 5 less, so he's going to still cost 7. We don't have that much mana to pay for that. We're going to need more power on the board. I think what we do is we play this. No, I think it would be better to pump with that. I'm going to go ahead and play it. I'm going to play this. It's going to hurt. It's like, are you sure? Yes. I'm going to just, like, down to 13. Taking so much damage from this red and everything in here. The red deck plus me and my burn decks. Okay. Back to me. He played nothing. That's sheesh. I don't know what that means for me. With red, I think it's a good thing. Alright, so I can play Khenra, pump the Steel Leaf. The Steel Leaf does not have... Oh, it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, so that's good. So I think I play the Khenra, pump the Steel Leaf, play an Adventurous Impulse, hope to hit a land. What is he doing? I don't understand. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. So, he burned my, in response to me, he burned my, in response to me playing the Khenra, he burned my Steel Leaf Champion to the ground. Okay, 2 Ghaltas? I think what I want here is a land, actually. So, it's tempting to take that Ghalta when you see it like that, but yeah, he pretty much wrecked me with that interaction. Man, he's not playing any creatures on his turn, though, which is really bad sign for him. I am down to 12, though. Ouch. So fast, down to 12. Okay, so I've got 4 land. I could play an unkicked Kavu, which would just be a 2/2. Could play this. It would be a 5/5. And then I would have 7 power on board and 4 lands in play. Which would be a total of 11, which is still not enough to play the Ghalta. I think what we do, I don't want to kick it, I want it just to be a normal. And then attack. I was just attempting to do the Hearthstone attack. Hasty. He's just gonna start hitting me with stuff. Target creature can't block. So, okay. Now, so he's a little chain. He's exerted. Won't untap next step. And the way exerted reads is target creature can't block, so if I leave one blocker up, I'm still okay. I could use a Savage Stomp to kill this and make my Allosaurus bigger. So let's say we do that. That is 1 mana spent, and he becomes a 6/6. That leaves us 8 on the board, and then 3 mana left, which is still 11. So I think that's probably still our play, though. We could play this as well without kicking it, and next turn we would for sure have enough. Even if we don't draw a card or a land, we would sure have enough power on the board in order to play our Ghalta, which is good. Okay, so I think that's what we do. Play the Savage Stomp. We plus this guy and make it fight this guy. Then combat, all attack, 2 attackers. We attack for a lot. He's down to 10. We're down to 9. Play the Kavu, unkicked, and managed to still not take any burn. It's smart tapping my lands. Smarter than I tap, I think. A lot of people have played Magic over the years. I posted on Twitter about this stream. People are talking about it. It's one of those things that's kind of hard to get out of your system, to be honest, once you play it. So my Ghalta is legit costing us 2 right now, which is great. That is value. So I think before I attack, in case he's got combat trips, I just play this Ghalta. I learned my lesson doing that before. It's on the stack. I wonder if he can like burn my creatures down to make it cost more for me. Oh, no, he can just concede. Alright. Yay. I achieved victory. Also, I wonder if it's possible for me to change my avatar there. I'm looking like a lady in that avatar. Oh, I want some gold. Let's see, adjust settings. Okay, the option is not here. Home. This is the beta, of course, everyone knows. I don't, maybe it's under graphics? No, why am I in graphics? Sound? No? No, I don't know. I don't know how I changed my avatar. Maybe it's just given to you automatically. I wish Lynn was online to tell me these things. Let's see, I was looking for that notification. Oh, I'm on the wrong account, that's why. Alright, yeah. Rezo DBM Gamer says, I used to be big into Magic the Gathering. Last pre-release tourney, I went to finished first seat. Oh, nice. Hadn't played in years, though. Green's my wife's favorite color to run. You know, this is really awesome. It's really, you know, a good time to pick the game back up. And Magic the Gathering Arena really makes it, you know, I like the way that the interface works. And of course, Magic Arena is free. You know, you can buy packs if you want. But I mean, you can just earn gold and do it that way. It comes, you get pre-constructed decks and some you know, some packs to start with. I wonder if you're supposed to buy your new avatars. No? Okay, I'm gonna hit home and then I'm gonna hit my treasure chest. Vault progress. Okay, so I can unlock that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just keep on playing. I guess I'll just deal with the avatar that I've been given. I'm sure there's ways to change that. You know, maybe not during the beta or something. So, continuing playing this mono green Stompy deck. I'm curious about what this guy's playing. My opening hand. Oh, look, I won't take nearly as much damage from my land this time. I have a Cartouche. Ugh, this is really not a great mana curve, but I really do want to keep it because of the lands that I do have. I'd like to see some early interaction in the form of Llanowar Elves or a Resilient Khenra, but I'm going to keep it. I might regret that later. It's going to depend on what I draw. I mean, my... Okay, at least I get to go first. That'll help. Ah, wow. I was wishing for some kind of early interaction. This guy's good. I'll just play an unkicked version of him. Not kicked. This guy just played Submerged Boneyard, so he's blue-black. At least. He could be Grixis Control. It's looking more likely that he's Grixis Control, so he gets freebooter. He gets to look at my hand, non-creature, non-land card, so he's going to get my Savage Stomp or my Cartouche of Strength. I think he'd be better to take the Stomp, because that combined with Ripjaw Raptor. Well, he took the... Alright, well, that's okay. Everybody values things differently. I'm gonna, probably play the Savage Stomp on this guy. I drew another one, so, or I can play my Steel Leaf. Ooh, man, that's exciting options. Okay, so I'm gonna play this, and then one attacker. But you better believe that if I get a turn, next turn's going to be Ripjaw time, or get a land. It's going to be Ripjaw Raptor time. If I don't, it will be Savage Stomp and kill the Kite Sail. Jeez, man. Sheesh. Okay. So now it's going to be a train of use a Savage Stomp to get a Savage Stomp. These guys do have flying, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they do. So I'm not going to be blocking those guys anytime soon. Did not get a land, so I think, this would only cost one if I could play it on a dinosaur. That is not the case. So if I'll use it on Steel Leaf against this guy. His blocker's down. A Savage Stomp targeting this guy, fighting this guy. We get another Savage Stomp back, which I can use to blitz the other guy. And then I'll go to combat and attack with everything. I can't block him anyway. He is Flyer. I'm doing 8 damage. He's down to 10. Opt. Okay. Scarab God is my fear. What is in my yard? Just a Savage Stomp. I don't want any of my creatures to die if he has Scarab God. He's got Freebooter. He can already use, Scarab God on though. Dusk Legion Zealot does a damage, and he... Wait, how's this one work? When it enters the battlefield, he loses 1 life and draws a card. A lot of good black value creatures. Man, I am really struggling on land here. I am doing a lot of damage to him though, and I do have... I do have another Savage Stomp. I can play... I really wish one of these guys was a dinosaur. It is possible... Man, everything I have in here that's not a dinosaur is just so good that I can't justify changing that. Alright, so because if it was, this would cost 1 mana, is why I'm saying that. Okay, so I think my options are, I need to... neither of these have trample, and I really want this 8 damage to go through, so I think he's got 2 blue available, but I'm thinking Savage Stomp on my Steel Leaf, targeting this. Then, because that's the only blocker he has. Syncopate. Okay. I cannot pay 1. I don't have 1. Choose attackers. All attack. So he can block if he wants. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that guy does have trample. Sure enough. Interesting. Okay. Alright, well, resigned. Alright. Well, so far the mono green Stompy is doing well. What am I up to now? Oh, thank you for the reward. Up to 4 wins. 0 losses. I guess I will play another match. Betty Bright Eyes. They all have really cool avatars with this horn guy. I should know who that is. I think mine's Joyra. Okay, 3 lands. Kenra, Allosaurus, Tyrant. Oh, I'm keeping this. My goodness. Shoo, not a perfect curve, but lordy. Play land first turn. Okay, Timber Gorge. Ooh, this could be a fun little scrap. Red-green monsters, I think. I'm excited. I like it when it's a good battle. I don't really mind who wins as long as it's a good battle. Maybe I should have waited and, you know. Maybe I should have waited and pumped something else with that, but I'd rather have early interaction. Ooh, another Earthshaker. Can't block. Swinging for 4. Kudos. Alright, so I've got 3 land, kind of locked out here. Do I want to save blockers for these? I will die. I'm taking so much damage. Yes, I do want to. I'm going to play Adventurous Impulse and see what I come up with. I could get another Kenra, pump my own guy, then attack, leave him for a blocker. That feels good. I have plenty of land, so this Llanowar Elves is not really the thing. With red, too, they'll burn him most likely. So playing this. Pumping this. I hope I'm doing this correctly. Yes. Attack for 4. Feels good. Feels good. So 1 attacker or 1 blocker up. Oh, he's got his own Resilient Kenra. Ooh, I like this guy's style. I mean, person's. Betty Bright Eyes. Might be a guy, might be a girl. Block the 4/3, please. And more land. Man, I am really drawing a lot of land here. Okay, do I want to hold out to kick this guy? I don't. I just want to get him on board. To eternalize a Kenra costs 6, so I'm not there yet. So here we go. Unkicked. Man, they're packing a lot of heat over there. He could block me right now. 4 cards in hand. I'm at 12 life. I am gonna say no attackers and get on the back foot a little bit here until I can get some big creatures in play. Branch Walker. What is this? Memorial to Unity. Oh, okay, I know what that is. It's like a filter land. Like you can, well, not a filter land. You can, okay. He got a land off his Branchwalker, so it didn't grow. Is it a good idea to go ahead and put an Oasis in? Probably. I'm up to 5. I need one more for my Carnage Tyrant. One more for my Eternalized Resilient Kenra. My Allosaurus has definitely stabilized the board. Now, I don't want to sack this Oasis to get my +3/+3 because I want that land in play for next turn. Feels bad to have no plays, but we're just rebuilding this turn. That's the sad truth. He just doesn't want me to eat his creatures, but I think is aggressive. I mean, my opponent. Oh, Glorybringer, no! Exerted? No, it only does 4 damage. Just hit me in the face. Now I have a real clock right now because I need some kind of fight card to come up because I got a 2-turn. Actually, quicker if he kind of go ahead and, or if my opponent, I should say that. Betty Bright Eyes seems like it's probably a lady. If I can't do anything about that Glorybringer soon. Okay. I don't have anything out with Trample either. I think I play a Carnage Tyrant, and at least it locks down. At least it locks down the board. As far as that's the one thing that red green really does have over mono green is that you've got access to Glorybringer. Holy poops, that's the game. Very well played, Betty Bright Eyes. I mean, I can't block, right? No, I can't block. Oh, I can block these guys. I see. I see. Well, yeah, there's just nothing. I don't know that there's any reason to do this. But, oh well. I think it's the first time I've actually declared 3 blockers on Magic Arena. I wonder if I can emote and say good game. I guess not in time. My first loss on my mono green Stompy deck. Red green Monsters is a really fun deck. I've played that one before. It was a pretty popular deck just before Dominaria was released. I'm trying to think if it got any new pieces with Dominaria. I don't think that it did. We didn't see anything. Well, it got that one land that you can, pay 3 and sack to look at the top so many cards of your deck and pull out a creature with. But that's, I don't know. I don't know that it got anything else that I can think of off the top of my head. I used to play a really great Planeswalker in there that would give you double damage until I realized that was just a win more. Like, you just don't need it with Glorybringer. It just flies over everything. Right. Playing a match. When seeing stuff like that, of course, double Glorybringer is just hard to deal with regardless. The one thing that was great is that my creatures were so big he couldn't exert, my opponent couldn't exert the Glorybringer to, to do in my creatures exactly, or didn't want to anyway. He knew he could fly over my head. Okay, 2 Steel Leafs and a Carnage Tyrant and 4 lands. Man, sheesh. I don't know what my opponent is playing. There's some matchups where I would keep this and some where I would not. I'm going to keep it just because it has land. I think that's a mistake, to be honest. I'm racking up losses. What are we playing here? Blue, white. We did draw a Kenra. That's good news. I like more early interaction against blue-white. Ooh, gross. Search for his content. Because I truly think it's necessary to draw out early removal. Search for his content is just devastating. So it basically allows you to scry, except for you can put stuff into your graveyard every single turn. So all that untapped mana, I don't know that I really have a choice but to go ahead and jam my Steel Leaf, see what he does. Probably will counter it. Okay, what did that do? Okay, counter target spell. I got it. Yeah, one attacker, please. I'll have another Steel Leaf for next turn. I'm drawing a whole lot of lands for having already having 4 lands in my opening. All the untapped again. Let's see. He's opting in response. Oh, I guess that resolved. I'm going to 2 at a time him. I'm going to up to 7 next turn. If he plays a creature, I could Savage Stomp next turn. I'm up to 4 lands. I'll have 5, still 1 short on my Carnage Tyrant. He's going to hate Carnage Tyrant. Ooh, I'm going to hate Teferi. So I'm going to draw a card at the beginning of next end step, untap 2 lands. Target non-land permanent. Okay, so I need to kill that guy. He's going to start bouncing my stuff, bouncing my biz. So I can swing 5 at him with this to be lethal, unless he gets bounced or something weird. I should probably swing everything at him. Okay, up to 5 lands. Could I play a Cartouche? I think I play a Cartouche. He doesn't play that many creatures. So this guy does not have trample, neither does this guy. I think I just play Cartouche here. And there's that. And then attack. Attack. What does he got? Seal away. Okay, so he's going to seal away my Steel Leaf for sure. My Cartouche gets... Alright, so I did 2 damage. That means he's going to have enough if he wants to kill his Teferi to bounce something.
Hurry.
Could I please see Teferi's abilities? Okay. Yeah, put target non-land permanent into its owner's library 3rd from the top. So he could do that to my Kenra. I doubt if he will. No, he plussed it to draw a card and untap lands. Really need to get that guy out of play if at all possible. Okay, so this is something he really can't do anything about. So I'll just play it. Maybe I should have went ahead. He has double white. So he might be waiting to settle the wreckage on me. Next turn. Whew, man, having Search for his content in play is just so powerful for a control player. I don't know. Nothing I can do about it. That'd be another reason to, you know, possibly main deck a Thrashing Brontodon and make the Commune with Dinosaurs an option too. Man, feels real bad too to be swinging at his Teferi over and over, unable to kill it. And it's basically he's still using it, and I'm not killing him either. That's what I really need to be doing, is just like busting on him. And so I could Savage Stomp to +1/+1 the Resilient Kenra, and so he'd be a 3/3. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what happens. Oh, I can't because there's no creature for me to target. Okay. Alright. Combat. I'm gonna Tyrant Kenra. See, he can't really... He could settle the wreckage, I guess. Oh, crap. I was afraid of that. I will take action on that, and I will get 2 forests. Oh, man, Settle the Wreckage is so bad against Carnage. I mean, good for him, bad for me. Play Llanowar Elves. And in the turn, man, I am at the mercy of the top deck at this point too. So, I mean, I could draw a land and just be totally sad, or I could draw another Carnage Tyrant and be very happy. He's transformed his search to this. He can pay 3. Look at the top forward. Man, I mean, like, I don't really see a way for me to combat the board state that he's got here. I mean, he's got 4 Settle the Wreckage. He's only used 1. My win condition at this point against blue-white is a Carnage Tyrant, and I've drawn 1. If he's probably got that really weird approach. Yeah, approach of the second sun. So it goes 6 from, I think it goes in number 7, and then he can draw with Teferi. He can also filter with the Sunken Ruin. Sheesh, would it have been great to have this before? Wouldn't it have? So I think this is just game. I don't really think there's anything I can do. We'll see though. Play it out. Combat, I'll attack you with my elves. This is exactly the kind of deck I don't like playing against. Although I would rather fail quickly against control and just them to close the game out than to piddle fart around for like 20 minutes knowing that I'm going to lose, or just even if I do win, it just feels so bad. Yeah, okay, good. I would rather that happen than to just prolong the boredom of playing against control for a long time. I will concede against control if I'm at a tournament and I would rather have a snack, because I'm just like, man, I can't. Blue white in particular, that guy was really good at it, and he played everything exactly right, and I don't mind that. What I don't like is when their control player is actually kind of bad at it, and then it feels like they're slowly pulling a band-aid off of your arm in order to attain lethal. So I'm up to 4 wins, and it feels like the competition has gotten stronger, and I think that's probably not a coincidence. It's probably other people that have 4 wins as well. So we'll see if this third loss could knock me out of the running or not running, but out of this particular instance of constructed. So they won the coin toss, so they will be going first. 2 forests, an impulse, and a resilient Kenra into a steel leaf champion. To 3 steel leaves? Wow, if I draw Galta, I'm going to be in such good shape. So I like this. I like turn 1 forest, adventurous impulse. Keep a land, most likely, if it's there. Or if they're the correct color, I might keep an elves. Not if they're red, though. Might be Merfolk, Kamina's Speaker. I think Merfolk's a fun deck. My friend Abby plays Merfolk like crazy. Do I want an Oasis? I don't. I want a basic, because Steel Leaf Champion is going to ping me half to death if I get an Oasis. And I'm also so early in the game, I'm so short on lands. Oh, Merfolk Trickster. When Merfolk Trickster enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. It loses all abilities until end of turn. Okay. Alright, play a land. Play a Kenra. Save a Kenra to play on my Steel Leaf. And I'm going to have so many Steel Leafs right in a row, though. There's going to be I think play a Kenra is the thing I do. I still have another land to play. So I could play land. I kind of hope to draw land right now. Oh, Mistbinder. Oh, this is going to hurt. Let's see. I can't kill either. This feels bad. To just sacrifice my guy, but to avoid 4 damage, I'm going to do it. It's important against Merfolk because, man, this is going to be a really tough matchup for me because I don't have a lot of removal. Now I have 2 Cartouche though, so I can start jamming those. Now, is this guy 4/3 permanently? He totally is. So like I feel like I'm to the point of trump blocking with my Steel Leaf. Now what he doesn't know is that I have another Steel Leaf to play next turn, but all this is keeping me from pressuring his board at all. So next turn I could Steel Leaf again, or I could save this Steel Leaf, take 4 damage, start using Cartouche every turn. Okay, so if I Cartouche, yeah, no blockers. So I can use Cartouche, and I'm gonna have it fight the Mistbinder because that thing is just really making things a lot worse for me. Alright, so 4 lands, that's good news. I'd like to play another Steel Leaf, but I think what I'm gonna do is Cartouche, fight the Mistbinder. So that will make me a 6/3. I should probably attack, and even if he double blocks, I would be happy to trade because he's just got too many creatures over there. He's not gonna. I'm gonna take a lot of damage next turn. That could have been a fatal error on my part, to be honest, not having a thing up. Okay, so I don't really need the Carnage Tyrant. I do need to draw cards. I don't have a land to play next turn, but I still will have enough to play this. Okay. And then, you know, with Ripjaw, whew, gosh. I can, alright, so I'm just dying real quick here. Is there a way to get 2 things into play? Not really. I have just enough land to play a Ripjaw, and he's a 4/5, a better blocker. This is a 6/5. Man. See, just 1 pump away. I just play a Ripjaw, try to survive. That's what I'm going with here. Very good. No, I can't handle that now. I can't handle that. I think that's the game. Pay 1, I cannot. So I've only got 1 blocker. And he's got 2 2/2s. Yeah, and a 3/2. Yeah, that's definitely the game. I'll just attack then. Feels good. See if I can figure out how to emote here. Good game. Whew, got pretty raw after 4 wins there. I did win 4 though. I got 500. What did I get up to? I got 500 gold and 3 cards. So I've been gaining quite a bit of gold. I think I didn't have any gold when I started. I got 1900 in that little run there. That's more than enough to play another quick constructed. Let's see what we get. Oh, another Savage Stomp. So I think I only had 3 Savage Stomps. But the great thing, ooh, God Pharaoh's Gift. I like Merfolk's Trickster as well. The thing I like about the economy in Magic Arena is automatically when you hit the 4th card, you get a 5th. So I should say this. Let me start over. sometimes I don't talk right. When you get a 5th card, you can only use 4 in a deck at most. When you get the 5th one, it automatically gives you a wild card. So if I do have 4 of these already, I'll get a uncommon wild card, which I can turn into any other uncommon card in my binder that I need. So that's kind of nice. So you're basically automatically, you can trade any extra cards for anything you want on the same rarity level. So basically what that does is it kind of equalizes the value of all mythics, rares, you know, commons, uncommons. Like you can just get what you want. So I like it. I think that's great. Jing, jing, jing. All right. That was pretty cool. I liked it. So let's take a look at the deck and then see. Based on what happened, I feel like the times that we won, the deck kind of curved out. I kept a few slow hands. What it was really weak to is just like Merfolk. It absolutely got destroyed, but I think I probably kept a little bit of a slow hand there. Glorybringer was a big problem for it. The double Glorybringer is really hard to overcome regardless. The one thing I think I would like to be able to interact, like the guy with the Search for Iskanta, that's a very common control card. I think I would almost like to have, it's called, if you click this little flower, someone taught me this, even the stuff you don't have will show up. It's called, oh, it's a Brontodon, Thrashing Brontodon. So I have one of these. Okay, this is such an important card. The real issue is going to be what to take out. I think 3 is the right number here. What to take out in order to get the Brontodon in. So, and that does increase our dinosaur count. So there are 2 cards that that filter, right? Commune with Dinosaurs is better than Adventurous Impulse if you're playing all dinosaurs. Adventurous Impulse is look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put them into your hand, or put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library anywhere. So you get to look at 3. Commune with Dinosaurs. Look at the top 5 cards. You may reveal a dinosaur or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on your bottom. Put the rest on your bottom. Gross. Same thing except for you get 5. But now the problem with this deck is, of course, I'm going to have to take 3 cards out. But Resilient Kinra is not, does not qualify for that. Neither does Untamed Kavu, and neither does Llanowar Elves or Steelleaf Champion. So I don't think even adding 3, is enough to make that work, right? Someone in chat suggested some other cards as well for card draw, and it was Treasure Map. Treasure Map. Okay, so Treasure. Oh, I didn't mean to put it in. Treasure Map. Treasure Map costs 2. You pay 1, tap to scry 1, put a landmark counter. And then if there are 3 or more landmark counters on it, remove those counters, transform Treasure Map, and create 3 treasure artifacts. And then you can use the Treasure Cove to sack a treasure and draw a card every turn extra. I do like that. So scry means you can look at the top card and you can either put it on the bottom of your deck or you can leave it on the top so that when you draw next you'll get it. Okay. So I think a lot of these things might just be hurting. I I think that's going to hurt our game plan of playing a bunch of big creatures and getting Ghalta into play. This Brontodon is 3 mana for a 3 power. And he also destroys an artifact. So he's a little bit of a double duty there. Double duty. There's a poop joke there somewhere. Man. It feels bad to take out the Kenras. But we still do have a 2-drop. So the way the thing is curving out now is 1 drop would be, this would be the 2-drop. Plenty of 3 drops here. Then up to the 4 drops. I think I'm going to remove all the Resilient Kenras. And I'm going to put in an extra Savage Stomp. Because we do have an extra Dinosaur now. Whoops, what did I just do? Oh, let me out of here. Let me out of this. No advanced filters. Okay. Alright, here we go. I spelled savage wrong, I guess? Or no, I hit something I shouldn't have. Okay. Green? No? No Savage Stomp? There we go. Alright, there we go. So now I've got 3 Savage Stomp, and I've got 2 Cartouche of Strength, and then I've got the 2 Territorial Allosaurus. Now I will say this card, you know, I've played it without Kicker exclusively. I've never got up to 4, 5, 6, 7 mana and used it on a kicked Allosaurus. Late in the game, though, I think this might be some fringe cases, but late in the game, I've been always playing my Carnage Tyrants. But I would be just as happy to see this if they had a big threat, because it would basically kill a Glorybringer with this Allosaurus, and so would this Savage Stomp with a lot of my creatures, and Cartouche. Actually, with almost every creature, Savage Stomp would take care, and Cartouche would take care of a Glorybringer. So that's like kind of my answer for flying. So I think this is right. The Resilient Kenra, I just was constantly, it was awkward. I was happier to see an unkicked Kavu than I was to see a Resilient Kenra every time when I was at 2 on the curve. I never really wanted to spend the 6 on an immortalized Resilient Kenra either. So I think this is all correct. So, exciting stuff. So I will save this. Am I at 60? I am at 60. So Mono Green Stompy. Let's see. Let's call it. Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. Let's call it 2. There we go. Because we did update it. Come on, I wanna have a space between it. Okay. So the second iteration of Mono Green Stompy. All these decks came with it, so these are all just, pre-constructed. There's nothing wrong with playing a pre-constructed deck. One of the things I enjoy about Magic is like building things up. So I think that will do it for this stream. I will stream again later today. I'm gonna build a mono red, kind of I want to say a ramp deck, and it uses Skirk Prospector here. I'm just gonna start this thing now. And I'm going to call this mono red ramp. And so the two nuggets of thought on this deck were Skirk Prospector. You can sacrifice a goblin and add 1 red. So of course, Fanatical Firebrand, you know, all day long we're gonna be playing this guy because he's just so versatile. He makes blocks really unfavorable for your opponent. But then Skirk Prospector and Wily Goblin. So let me see if I have any Wily Goblins here. I'll just do a search. And I will build the deck on the next stream. Just wanted to go ahead and get it started. There we go. Wily Goblin. And I'm going to build 4 of these. And what these Wily Goblins do for you, and the reason I call this red ramp instead of red aggro or anything like that, is when they enter the battlefield, it creates a treasure artifact token that can tap and sacrifice to add 1 mana of any color. So it's a really great turn to draw a Skirk Prospector, draw a Wily Goblin, you know, turn 1 Skirk, turn 2 Wily Goblin, and then think about how much mana you have access to then. So you've got, say on turn 3 then, you've got 3 lands in play, and you've got a Skirk Prospector and a Wily Goblin in play. That means if you sacrifice the Wily Goblin first to get a red to the Skirk, sacrifice the Skirk, and then all 3 of your land, you are up to 5 lands on turn 3. That you have access to, so you can turn 3 Glorybringer, which is just nothing but bad for your opponent and good for you. So when I come back later this afternoon around 3 Eastern, I'm going to start building up this red ramp deck, and I can't wait to do that. I'll look for other things that, you know, help us to ramp and be real aggressive, put some burn spells in there. I have put together this deck in paper form as well and tried it at my local shop a few times, but nothing, not a lot. I haven't tested it a lot. I've definitely played the green deck a whole lot more. So that will be all for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check me out on Twitter at @marksquare_ if you want to interact between streams. Talk to you guys soon.